Our objective, ordering rational numbers. Order the following from least to greatest. Always make sure that you are underlining what order you need to order your integers in. When we are going from least to greatest, we look for our negative numbers first. We have -3/4, -1, -2.5. The farther away from 0 a number is, the smaller its value. So -2 and 1/2 is first, then -1, then -3/4. Now we deal with our positive numbers. We have a +7, a +1.5, and a +6.5. We would have 1.5 next, then 6.5, and then 7. If you need to, you could always draw a number line to help you when you are ordering your integers from least to greatest. Our next objective, number line sense in opposites and opposites of the opposite. The opposite of -7 is a +7. A number less than -7, we would be looking for numbers that are to the left of -7, and the first one would be -8. A number greater than -7, we would be looking for numbers to the right of -7, and that could be -6. What is the opposite of the opposite of -7? Opposite of the opposite would be the same number you start with, which in this case would be -7. Our next objective, real-world positive and negative numbers and inequalities. Write an inequality statement comparing the temperatures of -15 degrees and -20 degrees Fahrenheit. Inequality symbols are our less than and greater than symbols. -15 degrees is greater than -20 degrees. Another way you could write this is -20 degrees is less than -15 degrees. Our next objective, locating and labeling points on a number line. Plot and label the following points on the number line below. Remember, when you are locating numbers, you put a dot and you give them their name. So we have A at +4, B at -8, C is at 3, D is at 9, E is at -7, F is at 2.5, so that's halfway between 2 and 3, and I'm going to put a dot and then label it down below since I'm running out of room. And then G is at -6.5, and that would be between -6 and -7. Our next objective, coordinate grid and distance. How far apart are points 5, 2, and -7, 2? We look for what we have in common. We have the 2's in common, and I'm going to get rid of them. And when we have the same signs left, we will subtract. And when we have different signs left, we will add. Since 5 and -7 are different signs, we are going to add 5 plus 7, which equals 12. How far apart are 2 and 10 and 2 and -1? Since the 2's are the same, I have a 10 and a -1. Those are different signs, so I'm going to add 10 plus 1, which equals an 11. How far apart are 8, 4, and 3, 4? I get rid of the 4's. I'm left with a +8 and a +3. Those are the same signs. I will subtract 8 minus 3, which is 5. How far apart are 3, 6, and 3, 10? The 3's are the same. I'm left with a +6 and a +10. Same signs, I subtract. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Our next objective, coordinate grid with quadrants. I'm locating these points A, B, C, and D on the coordinate plane, and I'm going to label them with their letters. So I'm going over 3 and then down 2.5. And 2.5 is going to end up halfway between -2 and -3. B is at -5, -3. I will move to the left first and then down to -3 and put a B. C is at 5, 2. I'm going to the right 5 and up 2. And D is at negative 1, 6. I'm going to the left to negative 1 and then up to 6. Again, make sure you are labeling the points. Now label the 4 quadrants. We have quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember they are labeled with Roman numerals. What are the coordinates of point H? Coordinates go inside parentheses with a comma, and it is over to the right 5 and up 4. Reflect 5, negative 6 over the y-axis and write its new coordinates. So I need to plot 5, negative 6, that's over to the right and then down to negative 6. And then I need to reflect that over the y-axis. Here is the y-axis and I need to go over it. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to the axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where my new point is. The new coordinates are going to be at negative 5, negative 6. Reflect negative 5, negative 6 over the x-axis and write its new coordinates. So I'm going to count up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I land at 5, 6. The next objective is absolute value. Do these situations clearly describe absolute value? Yes or no? An account balance of negative 50 represents a debt of $50. Yes. An account balance of negative 50 represents a debt more than 50. No, it can't be more if it's 50. An account balance of negative 50 represents a gain of $50. No. Gain is positive. An account balance of negative 50 represents a debt less than 50. No, if it's 50, it's not less than. So the only situation here is that it represents a debt of exactly $50. Our last objective is real-world positive and negative numbers and 0. Write an integer. Integers are positive or negative numbers. Below sea level is a negative integer of negative 225. Below is negative. Below is negative. Above is positive. And at sea level is 0.